Nithyanandam everyone, it's the Kundalini Yogini. Welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to go back to some of the fundamental questions I think all of us start to carry and think about and ponder and riddle with as seekers. Why this all exists? Why does this journey of life happen? Why do we go through what we go through in this birth, in this life? And I was beautifully reminded today of a really simple and fundamental and profound answer, which I personally really relate with and really feel is one of the highest truths. And that is just to come back to who we really are. There's a beautiful video. I actually shared it on my Facebook page. If you guys haven't followed that yet, it's the kundaliniyoginiyoutube. Is what you can search, and you can follow my post there. So I came across a beautiful video. My friend actually tagged me in, and it's an extremely beautiful and understandable way of talking about how the whole journey of coming into our authenticity and of aligning our beliefs, what we feel is us on the inside, what the image that we want to be, the person that we want to be, the being that we want to be, but how our actions sometimes say a whole different story and paint a whole different story of who we are. And that is what causes us suffering. At the end of the day, nothing outside of us can cause us pain unless something inside of us is, right? I mean, if a stranger on the street walks by and tells you you're a bad friend, is that really going to matter to you because you think that person doesn't know me, so you don't really care? But if your mother or brother tells you that, or your best friend tells you that, it might hurt you. But why is that? It's because somewhere inside you believe that. You believe that you're a bad friend or this or that, right? It's only when we allow something in our inner space, it brings us pain and suffering. When something, how we want to be seen or who we want to be, is out of line with how others are seeing us, or how we're projecting ourselves, or how we're carrying ourselves, or even the actions we're doing on a day-to-day basis are not in line with that. And I think I just wanted to share this with you guys because this is what always helps me when I'm at a crossroads or I'm in confusion, or even, really getting into that kind of questioning everything kind of mode, dark night of the soul, what is truth, what is real, what really matters, all of that kind of moods, to come back to this question. Come back to who you really are. Just ask yourself who you want to be, and always align your action towards that. If you feel like, I want to, make the world a better place, I want to, help all living beings have a more beautiful life on planet Earth, align yourself to that, and where that suffering comes from is realizing the person inside of you, that little voice inside of you. Probably if you sit back and ask yourself, right? If I asked most of you, I would think majority of you would say, if I asked you the question, would any of you want to harm purposefully an innocent animal? Most of you guys would probably say no. And yet, a lot of us, including myself, in our day-to-day life, are harming so many different living beings with the small choices that we make, which have a great impact, including our diet, choosing to kill animals for our own pleasure or taste, using them for clothing or furniture products, all of these kind of things. We're exploiting one another all the time. But yet most of us, probably when asked, don't want to be doing that. We want to be naturally in the space of love, in the space of compassion, in the space of oneness. And I truly believe, although of course I've gotten so many, even on the social media journey, negative comments and hate, and I've met tons of different people throughout my life in all of the different countries I visited and all the different income levels and political beliefs and cultures and everything. But my belief in this has never changed, and that is that people are innately in a space of love. All of us long for this. It is our very nature. I do not believe, there's not one part of me that believes that we are innately evil or sinners. Human beings, actually all living beings, are innately divine and innately crave the space of love. And the highest space of love is actually the space of oneness, which means that my life is just as valuable as the life of a cow or a pig or a fish or my dog. Any other forms of life, I'm never going to be out of that space of oneness with them. When I'm in that space, that is when I feel the best. When I personally have experienced the most highest states of ecstasy and ineffable bliss is when I'm actually living that highest space of non-violence, because non-violence is in itself the highest space of love, one of the highest states of love. And there's no greater feeling in aligning yourself to that. So much suffering which we go through, even in our inner space, all of that self-hatred, self-doubt, self-denial, comes from this battle inside of us between the person we are and the person we want to be, or the person that people think we are, the person we're projecting, and the person that we want to be seen as. So merging this gap, that's the goal, right? And that is the point of spirituality. That's the point of all of this. All of this, mumbo jumbo isn't just so that we can sit and meditate all day in the Himalayas. It's so we can align our self, close this gap between what we actually feel and our actions. Start aligning that with authenticity and responsibility to coming back to the person that we want to be. And a huge part of this, at least I've personally realized, and I think a lot of you guys are on this journey too, comes back to the core principles which I have found in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, which is non-violence and oneness. The more and more I align myself to this, the more and more I feel I'm my highest self. I feel I'm causing myself less suffering, and I'm causing those around me less suffering. And they actually go hand in hand, right? One triggers the other, and vice versa. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. I'm feeling very grateful for all of you guys in my life so much right now. So thank you guys all for being you, for following me in this journey, for taking your own journey and having the courage to question things, seek and be different, because it's not easy to keep doing that. So thank you. Alright guys, I'll catch you soon. Nithyanandam.